Ladies and gentlemen, SEOs of the world, if you've ever tried to generate a list of websites so you can do your backlink outreach, you know how difficult that can be. So typical methods include going on SEMrush or Ahrefs, going through the competitors and building a list that way. But what you'll find is you'll get a ton of link farms and a ton of what are basically not real blogs. They're just kind of fake blogs set up so they can put a backlink on there and get a quick buck. And another common method you might use to generate a list is to go somewhere like Upwork or go somewhere like Fiverr and pay someone about $50 to $100 to generate you a list of, say, 500 to 1,000 websites. Now, if you've ever done this, you probably only did this once